What if the most powerful general in the land didn't fall in battle? What if his story didn't end with swords, but in silence, inside a tent, at the hands of a woman? In those days, Israel was not a nation of strength. It was a land under pressure, roads abandoned, villages emptied. People learned to stay quiet, to stay hidden, because power did not belong to them. It belonged to iron. 900 iron chariots, a force so overwhelming that resistance felt pointless. And at the head of it all, a man named Sisera, a commander feared not because of cruelty alone, but because he could not be stopped, until something shifted, not on the battlefield, but in a voice. Under a palm tree, far from the noise of war, sat a woman, Deborah. She did not command armies. She did not wear armor, but people came to her, because when she spoke, it felt like truth had already decided. And one day, she sent for a man named Barak, a warrior, capable, proven, but even he understood what they were facing. Iron does not fall easily. She told him to gather 10,000 men to go up to Mount Tabor, to prepare, not for strategy, but for something already set in motion. Barak listened, but he hesitated. If you go with me, I will go. If not, I will not. It wasn't fear, it was awareness. Whatever this was, it was bigger than war. Deborah didn't argue. She didn't persuade. She simply said, I will go with you, but the honor will not be yours. No explanation, just a sentence that hung in the air, waiting to be understood. And so they went. 10,000 men, standing on a mountain, looking down at a force they knew they could not defeat. And below them, Sisera moved, disciplined, precise, unshaken. 900 chariots, ready to crush anything in their path. Everything looked predictable until the sky changed. The wind shifted, clouds gathered. Too fast, thunder rolled across the valley, like something unseen had entered the field. And Deborah spoke again. Now. That was it. No speech, no buildup, just now. And everything broke. Rain fell hard, relentless. The ground turned against the chariots. Wheels sank. Speed vanished. Control slipped. The advantage dissolved. Panic spread where confidence once stood. And for the first time, Sisera ran, not as a general, not as a symbol of power, but as a man trying to survive. His army scattered, his identity collapsing with every step. No chariot, no command, no protection, just distance, just breath, just escape, until he saw it. A tent, isolated, quiet, belonging to a people not at war, neutral, safe, or so it seemed. And from the entrance, a woman stepped forward. Jael. She didn't run. She didn't question. She welcomed him. Come in. Don't be afraid. Her voice carried no tension, no urgency, just calm, too calm. Inside, the world slowed down, the chaos of the battlefield, replaced by stillness. She gave him milk, covered him, watched him, as the man who once commanded armies collapsed into sleep. And in that silence, everything narrowed. One tent, one man, one woman, one moment. That would decide how this story would be remembered. Was she thinking of alliances, of survival, of prophecy? The text never says, only that she stood there, looked at him, and made a decision. No anger, no hesitation, just action, a hammer, a tent peg, and a single irreversible act. Not in battle, not in defense, but in stillness. And just like that, the general who could not be defeated was gone. Not by an army, not by a king, but by a woman, in a place no one would have expected. Moments later, Barak arrived, still carrying the urgency of the chase, still expecting a fight, but Jael met him at the entrance, calm, certain. Come, I will show you the man you seek. No triumph, no explanation, just truth, already finished. And there he was, The end of power, the end of fear, the end of a story that didn't end the way anyone imagined. And then they sang, not a report, not a record, a song, a memory, shaped into meaning. They sang of stars fighting from heaven, of rivers sweeping armies away, of strength collapsing without warning, and of Jael, most blessed of women, blessed, not questioned, not condemned, blessed. And that's where the tension remains. Because the story never tells you what to think. It doesn't defend her, it doesn't accuse her, it doesn't explain her. It simply leaves you with a moment that cannot be undone. Was it justice, or was it betrayal? Was it divine design, or human decision? Maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is this, that power, no matter how absolute it seems, can fall in a single moment, in a way no one predicts, through a hand no one expects. And sometimes the line between justice and treason is not drawn for us. It is left for us to wrestle with. So the question is not just what Jael did. The question is, what do you see when you look at her? Because that answer might say more about us than it does about her. If you were in that tent, would you act with courage or wait for destiny to choose? Tell me in the comments, divine justice or strategic treason. And if this story made you think deeper, share it with someone else and subscribe for more stories that challenge what we think we know about the Bible.